Okay, so now we are at launching of schemes. Earlier we get to know about the trustee. Now we are at launching of schemes. So here, just hold for a second. I forgot my mic. Okay, now I think it's better. Launching of schemes. Basically, an SPDE may raise fund by making an offer for the securitized debt instrument. We were doing the securitization chapter where we convert the illiquid asset from a liquid one. Okay. So here, securitized debt instrument through formulating scheme in accordance with these regulations means what we are doing, we are formulating the scheme. Okay. Now second is launching of schemes there is where there are multiple schemes. If there are multiple schemes, then the SPDE shall maintain multiple schemes के लिए. For that we need to maintain a separate bank accounts and not commingle asset pool or realization of schemes with those of other schemes. Means whatever be the realization we got from that particular scheme, that has to be maintained in a separate bank account, not to the other schemes. Okay. And here the point is that the SPDE and trustees that shall ensure that realization of debt and receivable are held and correctly applied towards redemption of securitized debt instruments. So here SPDE and trustee, what they shall ensure that is that realization of the debt and receivable are held, that is correctly applied towards the redemption of securitized debt instrument that issued under the respective schemes or towards the payment of returns or such instruments or towards other permissible expenditure of the scheme. Now we have the terms of the issue of securitized debt instrument that may provide for exercise of a cleanup call option by the SPDE entity that's subject to adequate disclosures. Now we have no expense that shall be charged to the scheme in excess of the allowable expenses as may be specified in the scheme, and any such expenditure if incurred shall be borne by the trustee. I have a question about this, how we can do this. Let me use my pen. Like if there is an asset, like it is a house, and example, okay, I'll use this. Like this is the house and they are converting it into securities. Okay, it is basically the loan. So they already specified that okay, this is 20% is the expenditure which will incurred on this asset. Then if that expenditure is exceed this amount, this 20%, then whatever be the excess amount, that has to be borne by the trustee themselves. Okay. Now we have obligation to redeem securitized debt instrument. Means we have an obligation that we need to redeem the securitized debt instrument. Means we cannot deny if someone after the locking period, let's say 5 years, and if someone back to the company that 5 years is over now and maturity period is there and I want to redeem this, then there is some regulation for that. There is an obligation of the company. Now we are going point each one by one. Now the trustee and the SPDE that shall ensure timely payment of the interest and redemption amount to the investors in terms of the offer document. It is really a necessary thing. On the other terms of the issue of the securitized debt instrument out of the realization from the asset pool, credit enhancer or liquidity provider. Okay. Terms of the issue of the securitized debt instrument out of the realization from the asset pool means they have already realized, they already have a credit enhancer or liquidity provider. From that enhancer, from the asset pool, they has to pay interest and redemption. Now the trustee that shall ensure that servicer adopt such prudent measure, okay, as to be expected after the originator document to recover the dues from the obliger in the event of any default in any portion thereof. So here trustee has to ensure the services, okay, that prudent measure has to be act, has to be taken, okay, and it is expected that the obligation document to recover the dues from the obliger in the event of any default if it happen, okay. So who is responsible in this case? Trustee is responsible in such case. Now we have the expected period of maturity in the schemes, and the possibility of extension or shortening of such period shall be disclosed in the offer document together. Means if they want some shorten the period, and if they want to extend the period of the redemption of such bonds, then with likely circumstances, then there has to be a specifically mentioned in the offer document itself, with the likely circumstances in which the extension or shortening may take place. Means when it would take place, like in the I could give an example of this coronavirus. Like every company and all of the organizations are short of funds, so there has to be some clause or a thing has to be mentioned in the offer document that in certain cases we may extend period of 3 months, we may extend a period of 1 year, okay. So there has to be specifically mentioned. Now we have SPDE servicer. Now servicer, when we have already seen the redemption, now the servicers SPDE that may appoint either the originator or any other person as servicer in the respect of any of its scheme. So what they want to say here, that they may appoint either the originator, means originator can be appointed, or any other person as a servicer, any other person in respect of any of its schemes subject to the following. So they may appoint SPDE have authority to originator or any other person. Okay. Now trustees, if you go over the trustee shall ensure the servicer keep proper accounts in respect of the activities that has been delegated. Means all whatever be the necessary requirement in such a case, that has to be taken. So they need to ensure that services is doing proper records, proper documents, okay. Now there is a trustee that shall ensure that the services has adequate operational system and resources to administer the asset pool in relation to the securitization transaction. Means it is also the trustee's duty that they take that operational system is there. And if you go with the second point, like the services that may be appointed by SPDE to do all or any of the following, namely, basically what they want to say here, they want to coordinate with the obliger, manage the asset pool, and they need to administer the cash flow of such asset pool, distribution to investors, reinvestment, manage incidental matter. So just give me a little moment. If I wrote it somewhere. Okay, the servicer that has a duty to coordinate, to manage the asset pool, to administer also, reinvestment भी कर सकता है और उससे related कुछ matters के ऊपर decision भी ले सकता है कोई servicer है तो. Servicer may be appointed by SPDE to do all or any of the following, namely, basically if we create it in a shorter just but basically अगर मान लीजिए if we go with the basically checking out if I have mentioned. Okay, so servicer has a duty to do what to do. Servicer, if appointed by SPDE, they can coordinate, okay, with the obliger. Means obliger whom? Bank, to manage the asset pool and collection of their firms. Also they can administer the cash, जो cash मिला उसको administer करे, और reinvestment भी कर सकते हैं if they are in accordance with the scheme. Also the manage incidental matters, what all are the matter that is related, that can be done. The point is with now we have that whereas SPDE appoints the originator as servicer, it shall adopt internal procedures designed to avoid conflict of interest. So there has to be internal procedure that has to be designed by the obliger to avoid internal conflict. Important line. Now we have holding of originator. We'll do questions also from this chapter, so don't worry, be with me. Here, holding of originator, that is, no originator shall at any time subscribe or to hold securitized debt instrument in excess of 20% of the total securitized debt instrument that is issued by the SPDE in a particular scheme. So, no originator shall intend, subscribe or hold securitized in excess of 20% of the total. So, originator has a right to hold up to what extent? 20% of SPDE of the securitized debt instrument that has been issued by SPDE. Means bank itself can invest in that, but up to 20% only. Now this applies that only or to the class of securitized debt instrument which are offered to the public or listed. Means they want it to be public or listed. Means if it is more than 20%, so there can be problem with the listing. Now nothing shall apply to the holdings of the originator acquired on account of underwriting of a public issue or securitized debt instrument or in pursuance of an arrangement for credit enhancement. So means nothing will apply to the holding of an originator acquired on account of underwriting. Means if an originator has to hold some amount for an underwriting purpose, then he or she can issue. I think I need to close here. Thank you.